So, emerging technologies are not just the three that were just discussed. There are many others that are slated to drastically influence society, the economy, and our everyday lives. And those are emerging in four areas: digital technologies, biotechnologies, new materials, and new energy and environment technologies, especially. Most of the emerging technologies can be classified in those four areas, and there's so many others than the ones already discussed. So with digital technologies, we have Internet of Things is coming, we have quantum computing, we have the 5G network, augmented reality. Then with biotechnologies, we got synthetic biology, tissue engineering, new types of biomaterials and bioelectronics. And in the new materials category, we have smart materials, flexible electronics, biomimicry. And then we have all kinds of new energy and environmental technologies, such as smart grids, solar radiation management, and carbon dioxide removal strategies, etc. So with all these emerging technologies that often also raise significant ethical and human rights challenges, we want to, of course, know and not keep reinventing the wheel, and know how can we approach them in such a way that ethical and human rights considerations are taken on board. So that's what we want to discuss on Friday. When there's a new emerging technology, the desired outcome, of course, is that new technology is developed, deployed, and used in such a way that it lives up to ethics and human rights standards. And the question is, how do we achieve that? How do the stakeholders, the technology actors, how do they achieve that? So for this, we present new approaches for ethics and human rights guidance for emerging technologies, which include an evolutionary multi-stakeholder model for ethical guidance of emerging technologies, improved methods for developing and operationalizing ethics guidelines, a generalized ethics by design approach, new approaches for connecting ethics to policy, and additional recommendations. To go into a little bit of detail, so one key idea here is a normative model of what ethics is needed and what actors need to do at different stages of the emergence of an emerging technology, which we call the ETCOM model. So as you see here, we have 5 stages: the early assessment stage, early guidance stage, operational guidance stage, and then the more institutionalized stages where ethics is institutionalizing, which we advocate are necessary during the development of an emerging technology, and that involve different responsibilities for different actors and different tools for different actors to make that happen. We discussed then the responsibilities and tools for different stakeholders. What in ethical guidance is the role of technology developers, of deployers and users, of regulators, standards organizations, and others. And how can these actors have better tools? Because we do need to improve the tools that we have to incorporate ethics and human rights. So we need sound ethical impact assessment tools. We need an ethics by design approach. We need a procedure for having ISO standards and other standards for ethics. We need ethics-driven regulation and educational programs that incorporate ethics of emerging technologies. So this will all be discussed on Friday, with also a keynote by Wendell Wallach called Towards the Comprehensive Governance of the Biodigital Revolution. So hopefully also see you all on Friday. So this